There's this really wonderful quote that one of our research directors likes to say, which is that in a flourishing society, citizens are always locked together in argument. And one of the ways that we try to do that in the Agora Fellows program is through a weekly reading group.
For the 2013-14 academic year, we had a fall reading group on Solzhenitsyn, and in the spring we had a reading group on Jefferson. And when we do reading groups, all of the fellows of that Agora year come every Monday, but so do local businessmen and lots of times scholars on whatever the topic is.
I think it's important to read Jefferson as well as other non-contemporary thinkers, because when we fail to do so, we sort of lose the philosophical basis upon which our current political system is established.
Most people, when they think about Jefferson, they think about Jefferson as a modern man, as if he'd fit in with us now. He's spiritual but not religious kind of guy. After taking the reading group, I just don't think that's true anymore. Jefferson was a vestryman in his local church and a generous contributor. And on top of that, he held church services in the government buildings, the local government buildings. His grandson later describes TJ as a conservative Unitarian.
So I think the misunderstanding that Jefferson was not a traditionally religious person is also used as a way to explain his work on the separation of church and state. If he in fact was traditionally religious, can we really say that he believed that religion had nothing positive to contribute to politics?
Anytime you think about Jefferson, you have to think about some of the major ideas that he had, controversial ones at that. We can look at his Virginia bill on religious freedom in 1786, and we understand why he was doing what he was doing. And it was for the good of religion, not the other way around. And it protects, ultimately, everyone's right to worship who they wish to.
On the one hand, Jefferson is an Enlightenment thinker, and so he sort of has this conception of reason as capital R reason, which can uncover these capital T truths or objective, universally accessible truths. And second, he seems to assume that when this capital R reason is functioning, what we inevitably uncover is that republicanism is the best form of government in this objective, universally accessible way.
Now, we don't think that you can come to that Enlightenment answer. Different traditions constitute different rationalities, and there is no capital R reason that can get us to that one right or truth. It's just not there.
Reason is always inevitably grounded in our particular social and cultural circumstances, informed by those circumstances. And so also the truths that we come to grasp are formed by these circumstances. If we believe that there is no such thing as this transcendental human faculty of capital R reason, is his account of republicanism still sustainable? Can we in some way take what he's saying, take the content and the vision of the republic, and I guess refix it on another more substantial or believable philosophical foundation?
I think this is a place where religion can step in and be that tradition, be that constituted rationality that founds a virtue for its citizens, that really is the bedrock of a society.
I think that's why we see a lot of pervasive social and cultural and political problems. It's because we've sort of forgotten what the society is that we live in. And in order to remedy many of those problems, I think what we have to do is at least revisit those thinkers, not necessarily to agree with them, but that's the only way that we're going to reasonably come up with an understanding of what our political system is and also what it ought to be.